to write about, you're not.
Okay. Good, good, good. Good to know.
There is no there. I mean, you're gonna always be working on yourself and your relationship. Like, honestly, when Justin Timberlake put out that song Mirror, remember that?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know when it was, early 2012 or something.
Yeah.
At first, everyone was like, what is this? And then if you read the lyrics, you're like, oh, yeah, that's completely true. And they are. Your partner is your mirror. And, you know, I don't know about you, but sometimes if you get me in front of one of those magnifying mirrors, like at a hotel, and all of a sudden I see my pores and like my whiskers. I mean, I won't leave the hotel room. I'll be late for something by 30 minutes because I'll be like, I cannot believe I'm seeing all of these things I never saw that I might need to take care of. You feel me?
Interesting. Yeah, I feel
So
you. I get it. I get it.
don't put a magnifying mirror that close to my face, but that's what your partner is.
Damn.
And look, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be lots of different feelings I'm going to be writing about in the future. You know,
Yeah.
just because you like, and also like people partner up and have children and write amazing records and are re-inspired. I mean, this is a big part of life, so I'm sure I'll have a huge new muse.
I mean, I can't wait to see you embrace it. I like if I could give any advice to the people I look up to, the pop stars I look up to, it would just be to like embrace the reality of their life and like not worry about like trying to be who you were in 2011. Like I think as a fan, like I want to see who you are now. So that
Yeah.
would be not that I need to give you any advice, but
Yeah, I think evolution is beautiful. And I think, you know, someone I've always looked up to that did the reinvention evolution game was Madonna. And, you know,
yeah.
she had all of these eras where she had Lourdes and, you know, her first child. And like when you look back on that, it's like, what an iconic time. That was her ray of light time.
My mom and I listened to that record in the car all the time, and I guess it kind of makes sense because it was such a motherly album, wasn't it?
I mean, yeah, it was definitely profound. Like she definitely hit on something connective. And she was probably, I mean, she was really connected at that time as well. And she's a
Yeah,
connected person in general, but, you know, as a messenger and growing a human. But yeah,
that's a great example.
I love, you know, I'm excited for all of my pop peers to step into the next, like, life levels as well.
It's gonna be really cool to see, and like I'm like right behind you guys, so I'm just rooting for
Not yet.
you, you know.
Not yet, honey. Not yet.
Well, you know. But I was also gonna ask you, I think we have this in common. We're both veering on the optimistic side of things. Do you see pop music kind of doing like a little bit of a shift from anxiety driven pop and like kind of going into like something a little more pop-optimistic, as we like to say?
Yeah, I gotta get a Mophie. Oh my gosh. Poptimistic. Well, you know, the trends have been, you know, more hip hop and urban leaning in the past couple of years. And
But we can find our way, like for example, drinks.
yeah, of course. I'm not worried. Stay true to yourself. And I think, you know, if you're staying true to yourself and staying on your course, then your time will come. Like, don't shift just because the wind shifts. Just be you, you know? I gotta get
Yeah, yeah.
my Mophie.
Which is like
But
the
I
like
think,
most. Sorry,
but
go
people are,
on.
I think, you know, I think maybe the music, I'm waddling. I think the music is maybe a little anxiety based because
That's
we're
just the
living in a,
reality of the
because
time.
we're living in a much more anxious world. We're living in
But I mean
a
like
more
when
depressed, sad, anxious world, and social media and like,
Oh, okay.
you know, all that is partially to blame for it. You know,
Yeah.
the facade of who you wish you were, compared to the reality of who you are. I mean,
Interesting.
I don't know. Don't make me start
No,
to
no,
speak like a therapist.
I feel that. I just mean it's really interesting, and you know, I've said this in an interview before, like writing optimistic pop music and being the odd one out. It's just a really interesting thing, I think.
Because there's a lot of sad girls out there.
Yeah, and
That's
so
the
I want,
theme.
yeah, and then like now that times are changing, like, you know, will our music reflect what we hope for, which is maybe something a little more optimistic? Like, it's going to be interesting to see.
Well, you and I both will fill that void.
Can't wait.
Yeah. All right. Well, we have only a couple more minutes left of drinking and talking about drinks. If you're just tuning in, I'm walking around my house. I'm trying to
We want
get.
to see the bump. Let's be honest here.
You want to see my bump?
Yes, please.
Ugh, when I bump, you bump, just like that. Okay, I'll show you my bump. Just hold on one second. Just gonna waddle to the bathroom. I need to take off all my bras that don't fit anymore. Gotta put my vibrator away. You know,
Um,
girl.
Alexa, never mind. I can't get into it. I really can't get into it.
What? No,
Let's
don't
just
do it.
say, let's just say I needed to use my Amazon account because Alexa needed something, and she shares one with her mom.
Oh,
LOL.
bless. Okay, this is me. Here I am,
Oh
bumping.
my gosh.
I know,
Look
like when I'm front
at
on, it's like I'm not very. It's not. You can't see it, but when I'm coming, she's coming in.
Oh my gosh, you're so cute. Is she active? Is she kicking a lot?
She's giving me the middle finger,
Oh my god.
and she's definitely starting to chatter.
Wow. You look so good.
I'm trying to keep it cute. Look, a little crop top.
It's so cute. Heck
You know, a little
yeah.
crop top. Okay, I better stop.
So cute. No, that was really cute.
Um, but you know, life is happening. It's all happening, guys.
Wow. I mean, I knew it was gonna happen. I didn't know I was gonna be the first one to know and have to keep it biggest secret ever, but like here we are.
One of the firsts.
So sweet. I'm so happy for you. And I'm
So,
so thankful for how great Drinks has been and how amazing. I love the video and like #4 most added to pop radio. Like only our team. Like amazing. Guys, if you're watching, like, oh my God, I'm so grateful.
so wait, before we go, because we only have a few more minutes till 6 o'clock.
Indeed.
I wanted to ask about, like, it's okay if you don't have anything to offer or what you've been doing since you're talking about being a little anxious during quarantine. Was there anything that was helping you? I mean, like, I, from my point of view, I have always been the person that has been like great with routine and meditating and working out. But now this is like such an unprecedented time, and you almost like I'm better in a routine on tour than I am at home, like when I'm
Yeah.
going, you know?
Hmm.
So I'm not really I haven't leaned on some of my trusty dusty tools, mental health tools that I used to. Um,
Hmm.
but you know, we have different routines. Like we have dinner at like 6:30 or 7 with the kids and stuff like that. So, but what are you doing? Because you're quarantining by yourself. Like most people are with their family or with a crush.
Yeah.
You are literally just just getting to know you, honey.
Yeah, I mean, I think the routine is everything. Waking up at the right, like setting a time to wake up is really important.
Is
Um,
that what you do?
yeah, well, I mean, I try to wake up between like 8 and 9 every day. That's
Okay,
good.
girl.
I've been going on a lot of like solo walks. That's helpful. But also, honestly, like, I don't want to like sound like this is a calculated answer, but like, I've had to really think about how I can relate and engage my fans online. Like, I've really just kind of,
I see you TikToking,
yeah, that.
and you never really TikToked before.
Never before have I TikToked.
You're ticking
So
and you're
that's,
talking.
and I'm doing it the best I can. It's,
Those dance moves are wild. I mean, not yours,
listen,
just like,
I
just
haven't
like,
done any dancing.
just like TikTok dance moves are wild.
So that, I mean, I've just been kind of like connecting with people online, but like, I really needed to take some time. I haven't been like single in a second since, I don't know, at the end of last year. And so that's been happening.
You read books.
You know what? This is like the one time I'm not reading a lot. I'm writing a ton. I have like, I almost call them like little hook poems where like I have like one hook in the poem and then like they're like 4 or 5 lines of like a little beautiful description. They're almost like captions to a picture. And I've got like hundreds of them now. So we've just been kind of doing that.
I
But
saw some.
writing and all that.
I saw something the other day where someone was saying artists don't write songs about quarantine after quarantine is done because we've already been through that.
Hmm.
I mean, obviously you should write about whatever you want to write, but do you think you'll have like songs from this time that kind of encapsulates this moment? Or my question is are we going to want a television show about this time, or we've like been like, I've been through it, I'm over it. Let's just like
Hmm.
look at life in a different lens.
I mean, I hear what you're saying. I think that maybe we'll want to look back maybe in 75 years or something. I think as soon as this is done, we're not going to want to look back, but I think at one point in time it will be a really interesting period. And like maybe we'll want like the poems I'm writing, I think some of them are interesting because they do reflect the reality of this time, but they may not be valuable to somebody unless it's the future and they want to like think about like what people went through. So, do you know what I'm saying? Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Shakespeare wrote during that specific time when what was it? It wasn't
Not like the
anyways,
bubonic plague, was it? I don't even
it was
know. What was that like?
something like that.
Here
It's
we
like
are, just
yeah,
revealing
no,
how
it was
bad
one of
our
those
history
things you
is.
see on Instagram. It's like, well, if so and so can write this during the bubonic plague, you can also write, the best or make or be creative. And I'm like, shit.
I don't know. I think that pressuring yourself to perform during this time is like definitely not healthy. But
That's
I'm
good
sure,
advice.
yeah, and also, but I'm sure we all have like a very honest, truthful account of things right now that wouldn't cause any harm by putting it down into words.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if they're stupid words, it's like good to keep track of our experiences because future generations will want to look back and see what was up.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
mean, yeah. I mean, it's interesting. Yesterday, I did a lot of film from home things, and I'm doing American Idol, and it's all on iPhones or these pop-up kits, and it's pretty intense, like setting it all up, or someone in your family member setting it all up, or
Yeah.
it's and having to direct yourself, light yourself, make up yourself, you know.
Put yourself in giant rolls of toilet paper.
Yeah. Well, that was different, but it definitely feels like it reminded me of the time when I was where are at, or we're starting at. It's when you're doing everything on your own, you're making it happen, you're hustling, you're starting the conversation. And
Right.
that's what you are doing now, and I admire. So if you're tuning into this Instagram live, we have been talking about Sin, who is an incredible new artist and has a song out called Drinks, and you can check it out on all platforms. And there's a pretty cool video that goes along with it. And if you are listening to your local pop radio station, you can also request Drinks to be played. And maybe, like, why doesn't every pop radio station play Drinks at 5 o'clock on the dot? Anyways,
I mean, why
it's
not?
the Drinks song.
What do they have to lose, really?
Nothing.
Well, Katy, thank you so much for coming on the chat. I miss you, and I think about you, and thanks for everything.
Yeah, I mean, I love you, and I'm happy that you're happy and you're sound and you're, writing down all the feelings, and I'm excited for your future and always here as a fairy godmother of sorts.
My Perry godmother.
Your Perry godmother
And
to tell
I'm
you.
Cinderella. Hello.
Oh my God, did you just make that up right now? I'm gonna
No, I've told you this before. You're silly.
Now I'm just listening for the first time. Wait, I'm your Perry godmother and you're Cinderella? Oh my God.
I know. You took me out of my regs in Michigan and brought me to LA.
I love it. It's so fairy tale fun. Welcome to Hollywood. We're buckle up, y'all. Buckle up. All right, guys. Well, we love you. We hope you're staying safe during this quarantine. Check out Drinks from Sin and request it at your local pop radio station, and you will be seeing more from her in the future, in real life, and me too.
Can't wait for your album.
Don't tell them about that yet.
They ask me all the time, and I want to respond. Do you think I know? Like, I don't even get to know. I don't know things.
Just giving away exclusives right there,
Everybody
girl.
who's always asking me, I don't know shit, please.
Just giving away all kinds of exclusives, Cynthia. Cynthia!
Please, it's not me. Trust me.
All right. Love you. Have fun and drink a drink.
I love you too. Bye, Katy.
Bye.